Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and non-binaries. Welcome to the Chamber of the Wraith. My name is Brian, and it's been a long time. I apologize for the lack of PC uploads. Things were just kind of screwy for a little while there. But now, we're back. And not just back, but ready for action, as we take on Godzilla Save the Earth's resident grappler, Orga. 8 out of 8 attack, 5 out of 8 defense, 4 out of 8 speed, and 4 out of 8 weapons makes him a surprisingly well-balanced, if not powerful, monster. He inflicts primarily blunt attacks, where sharp attacks is a secondary melee strike. He has a laser-based and poison-type attack. He's the only monster in the game with a poison-type attack. He resists blunt attacks enough to actually warrant lessened reactions to them. He also resists sonic attacks and explosions, but he's weak to poison, fire, laser, and radiation type attacks. So, Orga is an interesting monster because, as I alluded to, or straight up said, Orga is a grappler monster. But there's no real command grab system in this game. So, you kind of have to get creative if you're going to have quote-unquote command grab shenanigans occur. And for this one, we're going to actually beat up Destroya instead of Mecha King Ghidorah, because Mecha King Ghidorah's gimmick is going to cause things to get dicey. And we just want to speed things along. This fight is going to take place in London, so let's strap in.
Orga. Destroyer. Monsters, fight!
Orga's basic punch string leads to a sharp slam. Forward punch is a scooping uppercut that's quite slow and cannot be block cancelled. At least I don't think you can. No, you can. You can if you are quick on the uptake. Back and punch is a double backhand that can launch most opponents. And of course, since it hits twice, it's extra chip damage. Up and punch, okay, that had that weird armor interaction. Up and punch is a leaping hammer fist, slow as hell, but it will knock monsters down on impact, and it covers a sizable amount of ground. You just have to be careful not to get clobbered. Then we have down and punch, which is a backhand slam that can stagger opponents. Fun fact, Orga can actually block cancel his throw sometimes, and has a long range throw. Destroya, play nice. And of course he has a basic throw, but that's just the beginning. Jump and punch is a jumping hammer fist that will knock down most enemies. Next is his kick string. It's just 2 basic kicks, and there is nothing on the third one, but if you press kick, kick, punch, you'll get a combo. Oop. Back up. Which ends in the big scooping uppercut. Up and kick is the gorilla drop kick, where he moves forward and does a sharp attack. Forward is a running shoulder charge that does not knock down. A back kick is a lunging shoulder attack with considerable range. And if he misses, he lands in the downed position, allowing him to do wake-up attacks. Jumping kick is fairly unique in that it's actually a body slam that will knock Orga down. Like... Come on. Stop being rude. Like so. And then he can roll and wake up and such. Kick throw. Pro wrestling elbow slam. Which keeps the opponent relatively close. Next up, let's take a look at fierce attacks.
Monster.
Which is nothing to write home about at the start. big punches that can stagger and have great range, and end in either the big fist, in that back fist, or the shoulder charge. Punch into kick is the shoulder charge. Punch into fierce is a bigger bite that knocks the opponent down and causes a slight mix-up element, because if the opponent's expecting the slow one, you get the faster version that is less damage but potentially guaranteed. And then kick into fierce is one of many quote-unquote command grabs that Orga has. This down fierce, which I believe is an unblockable, that just tumbles opponents into the air, allowing Orga a free pop-up. As you can see. Forward and fierce is a silly little slap that turns the opponent around. The fierce throw sets up this really big launch, and I do mean it's huge. Here, I'll do it raw. Look, you even have enough time to do a full taunt before the monster gets up. It's crazy. And then back fierce is a lunging over body toss. Which tosses the opponent backwards. If timed in the right way, you can potentially get a combo off of the fences. But that's a little bit tricky given our current position. Try and get it around. Come on. Alright. Jumping fierce is an air throw. Which sends the opponent flying.
KO.
Orga has won.
You win. Monsters, fight!
And then Orga's special ability comes off of his throw. It doesn't look like much, but it is an energy or health siphon. I've never quite figured out how to trigger each. But in that process, let's talk about energy attacks. By tapping the breath button, you get a short-range, unblockable projectile. Ooh, rage. Better go get it. That can stagger opponents. Orga's rage attack is the Berserk Cannon. Orga sprays his cannon in all directions and unleashes a pulse that has a lingering hitbox. His primary ranged attack is the shoulder cannon. Nothing to write home about here. Now let's take a look at the special ability now that I've fully drained my energy. Boom. Now I've got more energy, allowing me access to my blast. And then I can just do this again. It's not really an infinite because of how wake-up attacks work, but I swear you used to be able to get health. Maybe I'm just bugging. But in any event, that's Orga. A wild pseudo-grappler archetype with big hits, crazy stuns. Oh, and I forgot about his running throw. Let's talk about that. Orga has a running throw. If he whiffs it, he's stunned. But it's his running attack. It's his primary running attack. Because of the alternate fierce attack options. The running throw is very similar to the lunge. It has more range, but the chance to stun. For instance, that's the maximum range of the lunge. And that's the maximum range of the running grab. Ah! I wanted to smash Destroy Us so bad. Oh well. We will not play again because that is Orga in a nutshell. He's pretty straightforward, but holy cats does he hurt when he gets his hands on you. Plus, with all the throw shenanigans he's got, he actually fits the archetype of grappler surprisingly well. Next time, we're going to take a look at Mecha King Ghidorah, a zoner's worst nightmare. Don't forget to be awesome, my friends, and I'll see you guys on the other side.